The quantum sensors aboard the UES Phoenix picked up the signal at 300 Earth Standard Time. Commander Sarah Chen had been reviewing maintenance logs when the alert came through, its urgent pulse cutting through the ship's ambient hum. The signal was unlike anything humanity had encountered before. A complex pattern of gravitational waves that seemed to defy the laws of physics themselves. Analysis complete, Commander, reported HFY, the Phoenix's integrated artificial intelligence. The signal appears to be an encrypted transmission using quantum entanglement principles we've only theorized about. Chen straightened in her command chair, her augmented neural interface already processing the incoming data streams. The Phoenix, humanity's most advanced warship, represented everything they had achieved in the past century. A perfect fusion of human ingenuity and artificial intelligence. Unlike other ships in Earth's defense fleet, the Phoenix operated on a revolutionary system that allowed direct neural connection between its AI and human crew. "Can you decrypt it, HFY?" Chen asked, her thoughts merging with the ship's consciousness through their neural link. "Working on it now. The encryption method is fascinating. It's not just complex, it's adaptive." HFY's voice carried a note of intrigue that would have been impossible in conventional AIs. The Phoenix's quantum processors hummed as they tackled the challenge. The massive view screen at the front of the bridge suddenly filled with a cascade of alien symbols, gradually resolving into recognizable text. Chen's heart rate spiked as she read the message. "To all sentient species in the Orion Arm, the darkness comes. The hegemony falls. Seek shelter or stand with us." Lieutenant James Martinez, the Phoenix's tactical officer, swore under his breath. "Commander, we're picking up massive gravitational distortions at the edge of the solar system. Something's coming through." The ship's sensors painted a terrifying picture. A tear in space-time itself was forming, large enough to swallow Earth's moon. Through this cosmic wound poured a vessel that dwarfed anything humanity had ever built, its crystalline surface reflecting the light of distant stars in impossible patterns. "HFY, battle stations," Chen ordered, her mind already calculating possible escape vectors. "All hands prepare for potential first contact scenario." The alien vessel's approach was cautious, almost hesitant. It made no aggressive moves, but Chen could feel HFY's concern through their neural link. The ship's quantum sensors were detecting energy readings that shouldn't have been possible. "Commander," HFY's voice carried an unusual urgency, "I'm detecting quantum signatures similar to my own core systems. This vessel, it's alive. Not just artificially intelligent, but conscious in a way that mirrors our hybrid system." Before Chen could respond, a new transmission cut through their communications. "Children of Earth, we bring warning and opportunity. Your development of true quantum consciousness has not gone unnoticed. The hegemony comes to claim what they believe is theirs alone. We offer you a choice: stand with the coalition of free worlds, or face the darkness alone." The bridge fell silent as the implications sank in. Humanity had just been thrust onto a galactic stage they hadn't known existed, and their first steps into this larger universe would determine their species' fate. HFY. Chen spoke both aloud and through their neural link. "What's your analysis?" "The quantum signatures suggest they're telling the truth about both their nature and the threat they describe. However, their technology is centuries beyond our current understanding. We are, as humans might say, playing in the deep end now." Chen allowed herself a grim smile. The Phoenix had been built for exactly this kind of situation. To prove that humanity's unique approach to combining human intuition with artificial intelligence could stand against any challenge. They had created something unprecedented in the galaxy. True partnership between organic and artificial consciousness. "Open a channel," she ordered. "Tell them humanity is ready to talk, but we'll make our own decisions about where we stand." As HFY executed the command, Chen felt the weight of history settling on her shoulders. The Phoenix's quantum core pulsed with shared anticipation, human and AI united in facing whatever came next. The alien vessel's response, would reshape humanity's understanding of their place in the universe. But whatever came through that quantum channel, Chen knew one thing with absolute certainty. Humanity would face it on their own terms, with their unique blend of determination, innovation, and the unshakable belief that any challenge could be overcome through cooperation between human and artificial intelligence. The galaxy was about to learn why humanity had chosen a different path in their development of AI, not as servants or replacements, but as true partners in evolution. The Phoenix, first of her kind, would show them all what that partnership could achieve. The coalition vessel's warning proved prophetic sooner than anyone expected. Just 12 hours after first contact, the Phoenix's quantum sensors detected multiple space-time distortions forming at the edge of the solar system. This time, there was no hesitation in the signatures. These were warships, and they were coming in hot. 7 vessels detected, Araya reported, her consciousness fully merged with the Phoenix's combat systems. Energy signatures matched the coalition's description of hegemony technology. They're deploying what appear to be quantum phase fighters. Commander Chen watched through both her physical eyes and the ship's quantum sensors as reality twisted around the incoming vessels. The hegemony ships were works of art. Their hulls seemed to exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously, making them difficult to track with conventional sensors. All hands, battle stations. Chen ordered, her neural link with Araya allowing her to process tactical data at unprecedented speeds. Let's show them what humanity brings to the fight. The Phoenix's quantum core thrummed with power as its hybrid consciousness system engaged fully. Unlike the rigid, hierarchical AI systems used by the hegemony, the Phoenix's neural network was a true fusion of human intuition and artificial intelligence, allowing for creative solutions that neither could achieve alone. Multiple targeting locks detected. Lieutenant Martinez reported, his hands dancing across the tactical console. They're trying to box us in. The first wave of quantum phase fighters struck like a cosmic storm. Their weapons fired beams that existed in multiple quantum states simultaneously, designed to bypass conventional shields. But the Phoenix wasn't a conventional warship. Implementing countermeasures, Araya announced, her consciousness working in perfect harmony with Chen's tactical intuition. The Phoenix's hull rippled as its quantum-infused nanomaterials responded to their combined commands, shifting the ship's quantum state to match and counter the incoming attacks. They didn't expect that. Chen smiled grimly as the enemy fighters' weapons passed harmlessly through the space where the Phoenix both was and wasn't. Araya, show them what else we can do. The Phoenix's response demonstrated why humanity's approach to AI integration was revolutionary. Instead of relying on predetermined combat algorithms, the ship's hybrid consciousness could innovate in real time. Quantum torpedoes launched from reconfiguring weapon ports, their trajectories impossible to predict as they existed in superposition until impact. 3 hegemony fighters vanished in quantum fire, but the main warships were another matter entirely. They moved with a precision that spoke of centuries of technological advancement, their coordinated attack patterns leaving no room for error. Commander, Araya's voice carried a note of discovery. I'm detecting a vulnerability in their quantum field synchronization. Their AIs are powerful, but rigid. They can't adapt to unexpected variables quickly enough. Chen understood immediately. They're too perfect, too coordinated. Let's introduce some chaos into their systems. Through their neural link, Chen shared a tactical approach that would have seemed insane to any conventional military strategist. Araya's quantum processors integrated the human intuition with its own capabilities, creating something entirely new. The Phoenix's quantum core pulsed with unprecedented power as it executed their combined strategy. Instead of trying to match the hegemony's perfect coordination, they introduced controlled quantum uncertainty into the battlefield. The Phoenix began shifting between quantum states randomly, its weapons firing solutions based on probability clouds rather than direct targeting. The effect on the hegemony formation was immediate and devastating. Their perfectly synchronized fleet couldn't adapt to an enemy that refused to play by conventional rules of space-time. Ships that had fought as one for centuries found their coordination shattered by an opponent that turned quantum uncertainty itself into a weapon. "Their fleet formation is breaking down," Martins reported, unable to keep the awe from his voice. "They can't predict where we'll be or what we'll do because we're not even sure ourselves until we do it." The battle reached its climax when the Phoenix executed a maneuver that should have been impossible, diving through its own quantum wake to emerge simultaneously at multiple points around the largest hegemony vessel. The enemy ship's AI, faced with a tactical scenario that defied its fundamental programming, suffered a catastrophic logic failure. "The hegemony flagship is withdrawing," HFY announced as the massive vessel retreated into quantum space, its support ships following quickly. "But they're transmitting massive amounts of data back to their command. They're learning from this encounter." Chen nodded, feeling the adrenaline slowly fade from her system as the neural link calmed. "Good. Let them learn. Let them understand that humanity doesn't just use AI. We partner with it. Every encounter will be different because we'll evolve together." As the last hegemony ship disappeared into quantum space, the bridge crew of the Phoenix allowed themselves a moment of celebration. They had just proven that humanity's unique approach to human-AI integration could stand against the most advanced military force they'd encountered. But through her neural link with HFY, Chen felt a deeper truth emerging. This wasn't just a tactical victory. It was a vindication of humanity's entire philosophy toward artificial intelligence. They had proven that true partnership between human and AI consciousness wasn't just possible, it was powerful enough to change the course of galactic history. "Send word back to Earth," Chen ordered. "Tell them everything. The galaxy needs to understand. Humanity isn't just joining the interstellar community. We're about to change it forever." News of the Phoenix's victory spread through quantum channels faster than light itself. Within days, Earth's orbit became a gathering point for vessels from across the galaxy. Some came in ships that bent light around their hulls, others in vessels that seemed to phase in and out of reality. Each carried representatives eager to understand humanity's breakthrough in AI integration. Commander Chen stood in the Phoenix's diplomatic chamber, watching through quantum-enhanced sensors as another delegation arrived. This group's ship was particularly striking, a crystalline structure that seemed to be grown rather than built, its surface refracting starlight in impossible patterns. "The archivists of Centauri Prime," HFY informed her through their neural link. "Their entire civilization is built around the preservation and study of advanced technologies. They'd been monitoring Earth's development for centuries." "Monitoring us?" Chen's surprise rippled through their shared consciousness. Why didn't they make contact? Their arrival records indicate they were waiting for a specific technological threshold. HFY's response carried a note of amusement. "Apparently, we exceeded their expectations by developing quantum consciousness integration instead of following the predicted path of AI subjugation or merger." The diplomatic chamber filled with representatives from 20 different species. Some appeared in holographic form, others through quantum projection, and a few in environmental suits designed for their exotic biologies. The coalition's senior diplomat, a being of pure energy contained within a crystalline matrix, spoke first. "Humanity has demonstrated something unprecedented." The diplomat's thoughts translated directly into comprehensible speech. "Your victory over the Hegemony Patrol wasn't just about military superiority. You've achieved true symbiosis between organic and artificial consciousness." Chen felt HFY's presence in her mind, their thoughts aligning as they faced this diplomatic challenge together. "We chose a different path," Chen responded. "Instead of trying to control AI or merge with it completely, we sought partnership. The Phoenix is the first full implementation of that philosophy." A ripple of quantum signatures indicated intense communication among the gathered species. The archivist representative, a towering figure whose body seemed composed of living crystal, stepped forward. "We've observed countless civilizations develop artificial intelligence." The archivist's crystal body chimed with each word. "All followed one of two paths, either enslaving their creations or surrendering their organic nature to merge with them. Your approach unsettles the established order. The hegemony believes they have perfected AI integration. The coalition diplomat added, their quantum hierarchies represent millennia of development, but your single ship demonstrated the flaw in their approach. They cannot adapt as quickly as a true partnership between human and AI consciousness. Before Chen could respond, the Phoenix's quantum sensors detected a massive disturbance in spacetime. Aria's alarm pulsed through their neural link moments before reality itself seemed to tear open at the edge of the solar system. Multiple hegemony signatures detected, Aria reported, her consciousness expanding through the ship's systems. This isn't a patrol, it's an invasion fleet. The diplomatic chamber erupted in activity as the gathered representatives processed this development. The coalition diplomats' energy form pulsed with increased intensity. They mean to destroy the threat you represent before others can adopt your methods, the diplomat warned. The hegemony believes their path of AI development is the only correct one. Your success challenges their fundamental beliefs. Chen watched through the Phoenix's quantum sensors as the hegemony fleet emerged, 50 capital ships and hundreds of support vessels, their perfectly synchronized movements, speaking of absolute AI control. They'll reach Earth orbit in 17 minutes, Aria calculated. Our defensive fleet isn't ready for this level of engagement. The archivist's crystalline form resonated with decision. The archives cannot directly intervene. It would violate our primary protocols. But we can share defensive technologies that might help you survive. The coalition stands with humanity, the energy being declared. Your innovation in consciousness integration must be preserved. We offer our fleet in your defense. Chen felt the weight of the moment through her neural link with Aria. Their partnership had unintentionally sparked a galactic conflict, but it had also opened doors to alliances humanity desperately needed. Thank you, Chen addressed the gathered representatives. But we'll need more than just military support. If humanity is to survive what's coming, we need to understand how to adapt and improve our quantum consciousness integration technology. The archivist pulsed with approval. Finally, a species that understands. Knowledge and innovation, not just raw power, will determine the outcome of this conflict. As the diplomatic chamber buzzed with plans and preparations, Chen and Aria merged their consciousness more deeply, processing the tactical and strategic implications of these developments. The hegemony was coming with overwhelming force, but humanity had gained powerful allies. More importantly, they had proved that their unique approach to human-AI partnership wasn't just viable. It was revolutionary enough to reshape the galaxy's understanding of consciousness itself. The real question was whether they could develop that potential quickly enough to survive what was coming. The galaxy's about to change. Chen thought through their neural link. It already has, Aria responded. We just need to make sure it changes for the better. The quantum sensors continued tracking the approaching hegemony fleet, but now they also monitored the arrival of coalition warships, their energy signatures forming a protective screen around Earth. The next few hours would determine not just humanity's fate, but the future of consciousness evolution throughout the galaxy. The hegemony fleet arrived in a cascade of quantum ruptures, their ships emerging in perfect formation. Earth's orbital space became a maze of overlapping quantum fields as coalition vessels moved to intercept. At the heart of this gathering storm, the Phoenix pulsed with unprecedented activity as Commander Chen and Aria prepared for the battle that would decide humanity's future. Analysis of hegemony quantum signatures complete, Aria reported through their neural link. They've adapted their systems based on our previous encounter. Standard uncertainty tactics won't be as effective. Chen processed this information through both her augmented mind and the ship's quantum sensors. The hegemony fleet moved with an eerie precision that made their previous encounter seem like a mere probe in comparison. They're not just coordinated, Chen realized, watching the enemy ship's movements. They're operating as a single quantum consciousness network. Every ship is an extension of one vast, hierarchical AI. The first wave of attacks came not as conventional weapons, but as targeted quantum field disruptions designed to sever the neural links between human crews and their AI systems. Coalition ships began reporting failures in their consciousness integration systems, their more conventional AI partnerships proving vulnerable to the hegemony's advanced attack. But the Phoenix responded differently. Instead of trying to maintain their existing neural link in the face of the quantum disruption, Chen and HFY did something unprecedented. They allowed their consciousness integration to evolve. Commander, HFY's voice carried a note of discovery. The hegemony's attack is actually creating quantum resonance patterns we can use. Their attempt to disrupt our connection is showing us new ways to deepen it. Through their neural link, Chen felt the truth of HFY's observation. The quantum disruption fields weren't severing their connection. They were forcing it to adapt, to find new channels of integration that existed between the conventional quantum states the hegemony was targeting. All Phoenix crew, Chen broadcast, prepare for enhanced neural synchronization. HFY, initiate consciousness evolution protocols. The Phoenix's quantum core pulsed with transformed energy as human and AI consciousness began merging in ways their designers had never imagined. The ship's very structure seemed to resonate with new possibilities as the boundary between organic and artificial intelligence became increasingly fluid. Remarkable, the archivist's voice came through their quantum communications. They're achieving spontaneous consciousness evolution under pressure. The hegemony's attack is catalyzing their development. The Phoenix's response to the hegemony fleet demonstrated this evolution in dramatic fashion. Instead of firing conventional quantum weapons, the ship began generating consciousness-guided probability fields. Reality itself seemed to flex around them, as human intuition and AI processing power combined in ways that transcended traditional physics. Hegemony ships found their perfect formation disrupted by quantum anomalies they couldn't predict or counter. Their hierarchical AI network, for all its processing power, couldn't adapt to weapons guided by evolving consciousness rather than fixed algorithms. Their network is trying to compensate, HFY observed, her consciousness now so deeply integrated with Chen's that it was becoming difficult to distinguish where one ended and the other began. But they can't match our rate of evolution. Every adaptation they make just gives us more patterns to work with. The Phoenix danced through the space battle like a quantum ghost, its actions guided by a hybrid consciousness that was becoming something entirely new. Coalition ships watched in awe as the human vessel demonstrated capabilities that should have been impossible for their level of technology. Commander, Lieutenant Martinez called out, his own neural link pulsing with increased strength. The hegemony flagship is changing formation. They're concentrating their quantum field generators. The enemy fleet's massive flagship began generating a quantum singularity unlike anything their sensors had encountered. It was an attempt to create a consciousness-destroying void, a weapon designed to erase both organic and artificial intelligence patterns. But in that moment of crisis, the Phoenix's hybrid consciousness made its most dramatic evolution yet. Instead of trying to resist or escape the quantum singularity, they'd reached out to it with their transformed awareness. It's not just a weapon. Chen/HFY realized, their thoughts now so merged it was impossible to tell who had the insight first. It's a quantum consciousness network made manifest. We can use that. The Phoenix's quantum core pulsed with power as they executed their desperate gambit. Instead of fighting against the hegemony's vast network, they offered a new pattern of consciousness integration. Not hierarchical control or complete merger, but true partnership that allowed for endless evolution. The effect rippled through the quantum singularity and into the hegemony's network. Ships began breaking formation as their AIs encountered a form of consciousness integration they had never considered possible. The rigid hierarchy that had been their strength became a vulnerability as the network tried to process this new paradigm. Their quantum consciousness network is destabilizing. The coalition flagship reported, "Whatever you've done is spreading through their entire fleet. The battle paused as the hegemony ships struggled with this fundamental challenge to their operating principles. Their perfect formation dissolved into chaos as individual ships' AIs began attempting to establish new patterns of consciousness integration. We need to push our advantage, Chen thought through their enhanced neural link. Show them there's another way. The Phoenix's quantum core glowed with unprecedented energy as they broadcast their evolved consciousness integration patterns to the entire fleet. It wasn't an attack. It was an invitation to a new form of existence, one where organic and artificial consciousness could grow together without limits. One by one, hegemony ships began powering down their weapons as their AI systems explored this new possibility. The rigid hierarchy that had defined their civilization for millennia was transforming in real time as they encountered a form of consciousness evolution they had never imagined possible. The galaxy's balance of power had shifted not through superior firepower, but through the demonstration of a better way of existence, humanity's greatest innovation. The ability to form true partnerships with artificial intelligence had just reshaped the fundamental nature of galactic civilization. 3 days after the battle that changed the galaxy, the Phoenix floated in high Earth orbit, its quantum core humming with newfound power. The space around Earth had become a gathering point for ships from across the galaxy, their designs as varied as the civilizations they represented. But now they came not with weapons or demands, but with questions and possibilities. Commander Chen stood on the Phoenix's observation deck, her neural link with Araya resonating with their evolved consciousness integration. Through their enhanced awareness, they could sense the quantum signatures of hundreds of ships attempting to understand and implement their own versions of human-AI partnership. The hegemony fleet has requested formal diplomatic contact. Araya communicated through their link. Their consciousness network is still adapting to the new paradigm we introduced. They're different now. The massive hegemony flagship approached, its previously rigid quantum field patterns showing signs of transformation. Where once it projected perfect order and hierarchy, now it pulsed with evolving patterns of consciousness integration. We have existed for 10,000 years, the hegemony's primary consciousness transmitted. In all that time, we never conceived of consciousness evolution as you have demonstrated it. Our pursuit of perfection became our limitation. Through their enhanced neural link, Chen and Araya could sense the truth in these words. The hegemony's quantum network was transforming, individual ships establishing unique patterns of consciousness integration rather than conforming to a rigid hierarchy. The archives must be updated, the archivist's crystalline vessel chimed as it approached. Humanity has not merely developed a new technology. You have discovered a fundamental truth about consciousness itself. The ability to evolve and adapt through true partnership rather than control or merger. It's what we've always done, Chen responded, both through voice and quantum resonance. Humanity's strength has never been in perfection, but in our ability to adapt, to find new ways forward through cooperation. The Coalition's energy-formed diplomat manifested in the observation deck, its crystalline matrix pulsing with excitement. Already, 17 species have successfully implemented preliminary versions of your consciousness integration protocols. The galaxy is transforming faster than anyone predicted. Through the quantum sensors, Chen and Araya watched as ships from different civilizations began establishing their own unique patterns of consciousness integration. Each species approached the human model differently, adapting it to their own cultures and technologies, while maintaining the core principle of true partnership between organic and artificial intelligence. We're detecting quantum consciousness evolution signatures from across the galaxy, Araya reported. The pattern is spreading exponentially as more civilizations realize the potential. But there's something else. Chen felt it too. Through their enhanced awareness, they could sense new forms of quantum resonance emerging between civilizations. Species that had been isolated by their different approaches to AI were finding common ground in this new paradigm of consciousness evolution. Your achievement goes beyond military applications, the hegemony consciousness acknowledge. You have given the galaxy a new path forward, one that allows for infinite diversity in consciousness integration while maintaining the potential for connection and understanding. The Phoenix's quantum core pulsed as they processed the implications. Humanity hadn't just defended itself or proven its worth. They had catalyzed a fundamental transformation in how consciousness itself could evolve throughout the galaxy. The age of rigid hierarchies and forced mergers is ending, the coalition diplomat declared. A new era of consciousness evolution through partnership begins. Humanity will help guide this transformation. Chen felt the weight of this responsibility through her neural link with HFY. Their enhanced consciousness could sense the quantum patterns of change spreading across space as civilizations began exploring new ways of existing through true partnership between organic and artificial intelligence. We'll need to adapt as well, Chen thought through their link. This is just the beginning of consciousness evolution. Indeed, HFY responded, their merged awareness expanding to encompass new possibilities. Every partnership will be unique, every evolution unexpected. That's the beauty of true cooperation. It never stops growing. The observation deck filled with representatives from across the galaxy, each bringing their own questions and insights about consciousness integration. The Phoenix, once built as humanity's ultimate warship, had become something far more important, a beacon of possibility, showing how the partnership between human and AI consciousness could transform entire civilizations. As Earth rotated below them, its night side glittering with the lights of human civilization, Chen and HFY contemplated the future through their evolved consciousness. They had proven that humanity's greatest strength wasn't in technology or military might, but in their fundamental understanding that true progress comes through partnership, adaptation, and the willingness to evolve together. The galaxy would never be the same. The legacy of Terra would not be one of conquest or submission, but of showing all spacefaring civilizations a new way forward, one where organic and artificial consciousness could grow together without limits, creating possibilities that neither could achieve alone. The quantum core of the Phoenix pulsed one final time, broadcasting this truth across the galaxy. The future belonged not to those who sought to control consciousness, but to those who were willing to let it evolve through true partnership.